Once upon a time, there was a little girl who always wear a little cap of red velvet, so she was called Little Red Riding Hood. The grandmother lived out in the wood, and just as the little Red Riding Hood entered the wood, a wolf met her. Little Red Riding Hood raised her eyes and pretty flowers going everywhere. Suppose I take them for my grandmother. That would please her. And so she ran from the path into the wood to look for flowers.
The Red Riding Hood.
Thank you, Wolf.
Why are we so early, Little Red Riding Hood?
To my grandmother's.
What have you got in your aprons?
Cakes and wine.
Where does your grandmother live?
Her house in the wood.
Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to the grandmother's house and knocked on the door. The wolf left the latch, the door sprang open, and without saying a word, he went straight to the grandmother's bed and devoured her. Then he put on her clothes, dressed himself in the cap, and laid himself in the bed and drew the curtains. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood, after she had been running around to pick flowers, she set out on her way to the grandmother's cottage. She was surprised to see the cottage door open, and when she went into the room, she had such a strange feeling. She went to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her grandmother with her cap pulled far over her face, looking very strange.
Oh, grandmother, what big ear you have!
The better to hear you with, my child.
What? Grandmother, what big eyes you have!
The better to see you with, my child.
Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have!
The better to eat you with.
Oh my god, big bad wolf! And Barry had the wolf said this. Then with one bounce he was out of the bed and swallowed up Little Red Riding Hood. After that, the wolf lay down again in the bed, fell asleep, and began to snore very loud. The huntsman was just passing the house, heard the loud snoring. So he went into the room, and when he came to the bed, he saw that the wolf was lying down. Then just he was going to the fire at him. It occurred to him that the wolf might have devoured the grandmothers. So he took a pair of scissors and began to cut open the stomach of the sleeping wolf.
Killed the Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. After they came out alive, Little Red Riding Hood quickly fetched great stones to fill the wolf's belly. And when he awoke, he wanted to run away, but the stones were too heavy, and he collapsed at once and fell dead. Then all three were delighted. The huntsman drew off the wolf's skin and went home. The grandmother ate the cake and drank the wine, and the Little Red Riding Hood learned her lesson. She would never run off the path ever again.